Hello, 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 and welcome again, everybody. Now, again, it was like I wanted to get to the Brian Colberter stuff this morning, but yet again, something else pops up in this case with the Kansas Chiefs fans that were found deceased in the backyard of one of their friends. And this guy apparently has gone from knowing nothing to his lawyer just spewing something new every day. We are going to get into it as soon as we get everybody in here. Please smash that like button on your way in so everybody knows that we are live, and then we can get going on this. So if you haven't smashed that like, pop out of chat, smash that like. When you come back in, make sure you have live chat selected at the top of your chat box so you don't miss anything. This is about to get really interesting, you guys. Things are changing, it seems, by the hour. And I don't want to say things, like a lot of things, but what the lawyer is saying. Now there's two lawyers involved. Good morning, Jill. Nana, Bad Monkey Videos. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for being here. So before we get started, you guys, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're made aware when things pop off and I jump on here live, when I do the updated reads, and I will be doing an updated read on this. Hopefully I get that done this afternoon so you guys will be able to see it tomorrow once it takes time for YouTube to process it. So even though I do it today, it won't be shown until probably tomorrow. Depends on when they throw it up there after it's processed. But before we start, as you can see, scrolling across the bottom of the screen, I'm having a Valentine's Day basket draw giving back to you guys. So every time you super chat $10, you get an entry. So if you super chat 20, you get 2 entries. I'm going to show you what I've got in here so far. Here is the basket so far. I've got an oracle deck. I've got a mug with some chocolates. I got chocolate roses here. I got more chocolates here. A bunch of different things. This is a gold tone cross. We got a third eye bracelet, chakra bracelets. We got some healing crystals in a little, this is really cute. In a little thing, you can take the top off and put your own in here if you want. A keychain with 7 chakras on it. I'm going to be adding, like I said, a bunch more stuff to this, you guys, before April 14th. But this will be drawn live here. So you guys will see all your names on the wheel. And we will do a live draw on Valentine's Day. And then I will ship this out to you. Okay? So now that we got that out of the way, let's stop the camera there. Let me get it out of the way here so I can get my... Whew. Hello, Tanya. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, like this lawyer is right off the wall. So again, before we do get started, I want to thank Ready Viva. I hope I say that right. And Teresa, thank you so much for your PayPal donations yesterday. You guys have both been added to the Valentine's Day draw. Okay, let's get into this. If you guys have not seen my video from yesterday, go check it out. I'm going to go over a bit of that again after we see this new information that's come out, so I can show you the differences in this lawyer, what he's saying. And now the 5th person that was apparently there, he has spoken out. Bonnie Baker, hello. Oh, Mary Michael, I love you. Oh, good morning, everybody. I will mute myself, you guys, so you don't have to hear me coughing. Please smash that like button, you guys. 19 likes, 34 people in here. Smash that like so everybody knows that we're live and we can get going on this. Takes you 2 seconds. It's free to do. It helps me out. It shows me that you guys want to see this stuff. Stacy, good morning. There we go. Thank you, you guys. Keep smashing that like. 33 in here, 20 likes, 21. There we go. Just shows me that you guys want to continue seeing this stuff. You want me to show you this stuff when it comes out, so you guys are in the know. Thank you so much, you guys. Free to do. Put some DNA on that button. I promise you I will never use it against you. It's safe with me. Your DNA is safe with me on that button. Okay, let's get going. Let me show you this. So, is this the one? Yes. This is what has, let me make this bigger if I can. Okay. So this is what has come out now. And I didn't share it right. Hang on a sec, you guys, because you're not going to see my pointer. A window. Here we go. Share that window. And it's a little bit bigger, which is great. Now you can see my pointer. Okay, so this came out at 9:07 p.m. last night. The first time 7:15 and then 9:07. So details change again. Again, you guys. Fifth friend speaks out after 3 men found dead at Kansas City home. So let's just go through this, okay? So 2 weeks after 3 friends were found dead outside a Kansas City home, an attorney involved is changing his story yet again. If you can see across the top, I have each story he's told up here from the beginning, okay? Attorney John Piercy, I got to write this guy's name down because I keep forgetting it. John Piscino, I don't know, whatever his name is. Who cares? Because I would never hire this guy. Told Fox 4 on Monday there was a 5th person hanging out at the home where Clayton McGeeney, David Harrington, and Ricky Johnson were later found. You see this on Monday. Right? Why? Whoops. Come on. Why are you waiting until Monday? Why? Why didn't you say this right at the beginning? It happened at a rental home near Northwest 83rd Terrace and North Overland Drive in Platte County. The 3 victims, as well as the tenant, Jordan Willis, and a 5th friend, which they're not naming, had all gathered to watch the Kansas City Chiefs' last regular season game. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of information out there going, no, they went there after the game. They didn't go there to watch the game. They went there after the game. No, they went there to watch the game together. Good morning, TK Sass. Which started at like 3-something in the afternoon, was done by 6:30, 7 o'clock that afternoon. Then this guy says he went to bed. Well, who goes to bed that early? But anyway, let's continue. In a statement on Saturday, this past Saturday, the lawyer for Jordan Willis said the last time Willis saw the 3 men was when they left the house and he went to bed. But then Persino confirmed to Fox on Monday that a 5th person was present and still there with the 3 victims when he went to sleep. Okay, so Saturday he says that he last seen them when they left the house and he went to bed. Then on Monday he says, oh, by the way, now there's a 5th person there and they were all still present there when he went to bed. See? Was present and still there with the 3 victims when Willis went to sleep. So now he's saying this 4th person was there with the other 3 when he went to bed. Well, I thought you said up here in a prior statements that, number 1, he first said that they went outside, he went to bed. Then he says they were still there partying or whatever when he went to bed. Then he said he walked them to the door and said goodbye to them, and then he went to bed. But this is going to get interesting because now, wait, remember I said yesterday and everybody jumped on me and said, no, that's not the story. He didn't go out at all, blah, 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 blah. Between Sunday night and Tuesday, he didn't leave the house and all that. Well, wait, we get into that, okay? Because the lawyer's changing the tune again. So now he's saying that the 3 were there with another guy in the house when he went to bed. Then Persino confirmed on Fox on Monday that the fifth person was present and still there with 3 victims when he went to sleep. Now, there's also another person, a news outlet that this lawyer talked to, and which in that interview, he said, no. That 4th person left like an hour or so before he went to bed. And it was only the 3 left there. So like, there's so many different stories, you guys, right? So many different stories. Now he is saying, and I believe this was sometime yesterday, after he came out with other stories that had changed, like here he's saying that all 4 men were there when he went to bed. But then earlier before this, he said that 4th person had left an hour or so earlier, but the other 3 were still there. Then those 3 went outside, but then he walked them to the door. It's just, and they're still saying that this isn't a homicide. It is. Like, I don't know what they're drinking in the water over there for them not to think that there's any suspicion around this. Okay. So then this is where we were. Then this lawyer confirmed to Fox on Monday that a 5th person was present and still there with the 3 victims when he went to sleep, when the homeowner went to sleep. But like I said, the homeowner then said that 4th person had left and that only the 3 were there. So now he's changed his story again later on Monday night, right? At some point, he got tired and went to sleep while there were these guys in the home. And as I know now, there was a couple of other people in the home. So now he's saying there was even more people in the home. So now not just these 4 people, the 3 initial, now this mystery other guy, and now he's saying that there was a couple of other ones in the home too. What? So when he got tired and went to sleep, well, there were these guys in the home, and as I know now, there was a couple of other people in the home. What is going on here? This lawyer's changing his story like he changes the spit in his mouth. Now, one day later, Persino says he misspoke. No, you didn't. The attorney said Willis escorted the men to the door and they said their goodbyes and then went back to the couch and fell asleep. So now he didn't go to his bedroom to go to sleep. Now he's saying again that he walked them to the door and then he went and slept on the couch. What? How can they be sleeping on the couch if you priorly said more than once that they were still all in that room when you went to bed? But you went to bed on the couch. And don't forget, you guys, their wallets and phone and keys are all still there. It gets even worse. It gets even worse because he lies again. This is not what we just read right here is not even going to make sense because we're going to continue reading and he messes up again. You know how I've always said I hate a liar and I hate a thief. This is why I hate liars. They can never remember the lie. Okay? The 5th friend. Fox 4 spoke with the 5th person who was at the home, and they spoke with him via phone. At this point, we're not naming him. He said when he left, okay, the 3 victims and Willis were still awake. Okay, wait a minute. Up here, he said Willis escorted the men to the door and they said their goodbyes and he went back to the couch and fell asleep. This 5th friend is saying, he said when he left, the 3 victims and Willis were still awake. He stressed it's absolutely not true that he was the last person to see the 3 men alive. This 5th victim doesn't mention anything so far about anybody else being there, but this lawyer of Jordan, the owner of that home or rental guy, whatever, said there was other people, a couple other people in the home. He's also doubling down on that. He left them all in the living room and he went to sleep. But now this guy is saying, no, he was still there and awake with them when this 5th person left, right? So the homeowner and now 4 friends. This is the 5th person. So I call him the fourth friend. Okay, why doesn't this fourth friend mention these couple other people that were in the home? Because that's what Persino is saying. This Jordan Willis's lawyer is now saying there was a couple other people in the home. Okay? After asking a few more questions, he directed Fox to his attorney, Andrew Teledge. So now this guy's got an attorney. Why do these two other people, the fourth friend and the homeowner, need attorneys if they did nothing wrong? Because those two were the last two to see these three friends alive. The homeowner is saying that he left the four friends together in the living room and he went to bed. This fifth friend is saying, no, 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 no. The three victims in Willis were still awake when he left. So he's taken himself out of the equation. He left, and Jordan and his three friends were still there. In an interview with Fox 4, the lawyer for the fourth friend said his client arrived at Willis's house around 7 p.m. So that's after the game ended that Sunday. He said his client was hanging out with the four others until about midnight. Well, wait a minute. So this guy left at midnight. And he says when he left, Jordan and the three deceased were still awake. That goes against everything Jordan said. Jordan said he went to bed. First, he said all four were still in the living room. Then he had said, well, one had left earlier, but the other three were still alive and in the living room. And he's changed his story over and over. I walked them and said goodbye to the door. Well, how can they still be there if you've escorted them to the door and said goodbye and went to bed? And if you went to bed and they were still in the living room, I assume, watching TV on the couch and whatever, how did you go to sleep on the couch? You said you went to bed. It just doesn't make sense. According to Tage, when his client left the home, the four men were watching Jeopardy. So he left at midnight and they were watching Jeopardy. Most importantly, he said they were still alive during those early hours. Well, if he left at about midnight, then that was still Sunday night, right? Into, I guess, very early Monday. So he's saying he left at midnight and they were all still alive. Whereas Jordan's lawyer has said multiple times that the only messages Willis received were via Facebook Messenger. He didn't receive any text messages or calls. But this fourth friend's lawyer disputes part of that, saying sometime Tuesday, his client, which is the fourth friend, received a text message from Clayton McGeeney's fiance and from Ricky Johnson's mother asking about their loved ones. So Tuesday, this fourth friend received text messages from two of the deceased's family saying, hey, where's our family member? At that point, okay, this fourth friend sent a message to Jordan and to Johnson, which is one of the victims, and he never received a response, the attorney said. Fox 4 asked Jordan's lawyer about this discrepancy, and he declined to comment. Of course, you're going to decline to comment because you're being blown out of the water, right? Hello, TK Sass. Hello, Des. Karen, Texas. Shelly. Karen Martin. I'm just giving some shout outs here, you guys. Shelly. I don't know. Lori Forbes. Tanya. Mary. Bunny Baker. Mary. Okay. So don't forget, you guys, a little scrolling across the bottom of the screen. If you want to see the basket so far, you can go back to the beginning of the video and you can see it there. The super chat, super stickers also help to continue to let me do this for you guys, as well as getting you an entry into the basket draw on February 14th. So Let's continue because it gets more interesting. Danielle, hello. Charissa, hello. A lot of holes. It's just one of many inconsistencies in the story of what happened in the hours and days after family and friends lost contact with the three men before they were ultimately found deceased. It's got a lot of holes in it. Like last time he saw them, they were leaving the house, but he didn't know they had left. That doesn't make sense. Caleb McGeeney, cousins of Clayton McGeeney, told Fox 4 in an interview, right? So he said he saw them leaving the house. And another one, he said he escorted them to the door. To another one, he said his three friends were still there. Then it was four friends. Then the fourth friend had left before he went to bed. But prior to that, he said the fourth friend was still there when he went to bed. So many things, you guys. In an interview with News Nation on Friday night, Jordan's lawyer said his client had left the home sporadically on Monday and Tuesday. So there it is. He told News Nation that he had left the home sporadically on Monday and Tuesday. So he was in and out of that house. You didn't see their wallets and their car keys and their cell phones still there. You didn't see their two cars still out front because two of the friends came together and another one brought his own car. So there was two cars. You didn't see them parked out front of your house or in your driveway, wherever they were parked. You didn't see it, especially their car keys and wallets. These men go to work. They're working men. You don't think they needed their car keys and their wallet and their cell phones? You didn't find that odd? You didn't look at your phone Monday and Tuesday to see everybody looking for these men? He's dug a hole. Good morning, Marie. He reversed course on Monday, saying that what he said was poorly phrased and offered a new explanation. Of course he did. What I meant to say on News Nation is that he left. He was sleeping. Oh, so he was sleepwalking. Is that what? At this point, you guys, I'm like, I couldn't show myself on camera even if I wanted to. I've got clumps of hair pulling out. Okay, not really, but you know what I mean. It's like, what? What he meant to say, this lawyer, he's backtracking. What I meant to say is that he left. He was sleeping and he left his bedroom sporadically. What? No, that's not what you said. You said he had left the home and he had told that to a different news agency also. And that's what I was talking about yesterday, but I couldn't find it. And I think it was one of the local newspapers there, or the Sun or something. I think it was the local newspaper there that he had said he came and went on Monday and Tuesday and didn't notice his friends in the backyard. Everybody's saying, well, didn't you have to let out the dogs? The dogs weren't there. Why were your dogs? I'm interested to know when he brought those dogs to his father's home. Why would you bring your dogs? If you work from home, why would you bring your dogs to your father's? And why are the dogs still at your father's come Tuesday? Why? I want to know why. Why? Is this premeditation? You couldn't have the dogs there because then you would have to let your dogs out and see your friends in the backyard? I don't know, you guys. My brain is just in overdrive here. It's in overdrive. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but my brain is in overdrive. When did he bring those dogs to his dad's? Why did he bring those dogs to his dad's? What excuse did he give his dad? And why weren't the dogs, if it was, well, I didn't want them interfering with my guests for this game that they were watching. Okay, why didn't you go and get them on Monday or Tuesday? On the same day that Fox confirmed these three bodies were found behind Willis's home, we reached out to him to no avail, as well as several of his family members. A close family member got back with Fox 4 and told us Willis said his friends froze to death. Okay? So he calls up his family and says, hey, my friends froze to death in my backyard. What? It's something his attorney now argues he never said. But in another interview, it is said that he told the police the same thing. When he was interviewed, I guess the second or whatever time by the police, he said, yeah, my friends froze to death in the backyard. What? So you knew they were frozen in the backyard. Am I reading that wrong? I don't know. I'd like to know when he told his family members this, you guys. Whoops. Willow, smarten up. I'd like to know when he told his family this. When did he tell his family that his friends froze to death in his backyard? Because just telling your family members that after they were found wouldn't be a big thing. But it seems to be some big thing because it's something that his attorney now is arguing that he never said. So there's something to that comment, you guys. There's something to that comment. When did he tell his family members that his friends froze to death? This lawyer, the lawyer for Jordan, said his client never left the house from Sunday's gathering to watch the Chief games until after police arrived Tuesday night. Backtracking, because he said up here that he did sporadically on Monday and Tuesday he had left the home. Then he backtracked, and this is what this lawyer has been doing. Willis's attorney said he didn't receive any text messages or calls. What? Yes, you did, because the fourth friend up here said he messaged you when his phone started blowing up. He's saying he didn't receive any text messages or call, didn't hear anyone knock on his door, and didn't see the messages sent to him on Facebook Messenger until after the bodies were discovered. I call bull. The lawyer also said Willis didn't hear McGeeney's fiance knock on the door or break into the home. Okay? But wait a minute. Remember this right here. Remember this right here, because I've got more information on this that says that he was up and about and working in his home when this fiance was banging on his door and breaking in. I've got another statement from this lawyer where he says that Jordan was up and about and working. He works from home. Okay? So remember this. Said Willis didn't hear McGeeney's fiance knock on the door or break into the home. He didn't hear nothing until after the bodies, okay? But minutes later, he did hear police knock on the door when they arrived at his home after McGeeney's fiance discovered one of the bodies outside. You don't hear this woman banging desperately on the door. It is said, she said that when she broke into the house, she started screaming for her fiance. This guy didn't hear it, but then he hears a knock on the door. But he didn't just hear her banging on the door minutes before. Wow. So Fox 4 asked the lawyer if drugs could have played a role in what took place at this North Island home. He said at this time they are still working to determine that. At last check, Kansas City PD, said they are still waiting on autopsy results and toxicology report from the medical examiner. Those will help determine the cause of death. They've already done autopsies. I also read somewhere else, and I don't know if I can find it here. If I can't, I've got it screenshotted on my phone. Okay? Because I'm going to show you a few things. Apparently, they had to wait some time for the bodies to defrost to be able to do an autopsy. The autopsies are done. What they are waiting for, we don't know what the autopsies found. There was no outwardly injuries that could be seen, but sometimes you can get hit and a bruise not show up yet if you pass away right away, or internal injuries that wouldn't be seen on the outside, right? Also, any toxicology stuff would not be visible on the outside unless there was needle marks. If that's the case, and I'm not saying it is, but if they were injected with something, this guy was a scientist. Not too bright of a lawyer. So I don't know where his smarts went. They went out the window and froze too, because to hire a lawyer like this, not too smart. So now let me see where this is. Contrary to a Saturday statement by his lawyer, in that statement, Persino said Willis saw the three men when they left the house and he went to bed. He's changed his story and now claims that Willis went to sleep while the three victims and another man continued to hang out in his home. Okay? But the man said he left. And when he left, that fourth guy, Willis was still up with the three others. So this is a lie, if we believe the fourth friend. It's got a lot of holes in it, like the last time he seen them. Okay? This is another one from People. The lawyer for Jordan added, his client does not know the timing or manner of their deaths, nor does he know how or when they exited the house. He had no knowledge that they remained in his backyard. Okay? What do you mean he had no knowledge that they remained in his backyard? So did he know that they went to the backyard? You see what I mean, you guys? The lawyer claimed that the last time Willis saw the men was when they left his house and he went to bed. According to the attorney, his client was unaware that the friends and family were trying to reach the men prior to being contacted by police. Okay, so People magazine, via an email to People, the lawyer acknowledged WDAF's report that a fifth man was at the house that night, but said that he left maybe an hour or two before the other three. So now he's saying the guys left, and this guy left an hour or two before the other three. Adding Jordan is not exactly sure of the times. However, WDAF reported that the lawyer has since said that Willis went to sleep before the three men left. Like, it's just a carfuncle. According to the lawyer, last time his client seen his friends, two of them, who he had been friends with for nearly 2 decades, was when they left his house before he went to bed. Okay, so people were saying, what was the temperature? Game day, it was 29 degrees, so that is above freezing. January 8th, the low was 32, which was even warmer than the day of the game. And then on January 9th, which is the day that they were found, it was 18 degrees. Person who lives in the home, the outlet reported, said the man allegedly told police his friends froze to death. Police say they could not say what date the men visited the home or why the person in the home did not contact police to report the bodies. Okay, so let me take this off screen. You guys chit-chat for a minute. Hang on, because there's something here that I found. I think I screenshotted it. Okay, let me just find it here. Okay. This is something I'm going to have to turn this off. Let me move this stuff. And I'm going to show you. I went back looking for this again and I can't find it. I'm going to read this to you, okay? On January, and this is from USA Today. On January 7th, Persino said his client, his 3 friends, and a 5th person spent the day watching. And now this is just was released yesterday, okay? So when USA Today, I guess a bunch of times they've talked to this lawyer, and this is one of the times. So this is not saying that he said this on January 7th. He's referring to January 7th when the friends went over there. Said his client and his 3 friends and a 5th person spent the day watching the game. Well, wait a minute. The 3 friends and a 5th person spent the day watching the game. The 5th person said he didn't get there until 7 o'clock. So this is an out-and-out lie. And eventually the 5th friend left the home. The others did not leave until early morning hours on Monday. He said his client slept most of Monday, got up, worked from home on Monday, and eventually went back to sleep. On Tuesday, he said he woke up and worked again until police contacted him that evening. You see this, you guys? He was up and about on Monday, but There's another one where this guy says he slept all day Monday, this lawyer. But here he's saying that his clients slept most of Monday, got up and worked from home eventually, and went back to sleep. On Tuesday, he said he woke up and worked again until police contacted him that evening. Hello, LA film scene. Susie Q. Hello. 32 is freezing. 32 here. I'm still outside in a sweatshirt. I'm in Canada, so, our normal is like minus 40. Okay, so let's see what this one. Okay, so here he's just talking about his client. This is, again, USA Today. This is some screenshots that I took, you guys. Prasino said his client lives alone, attended high school with 2 other victims. And I screenshotted this because a lot of people wanted to know if this guy lived alone there. He attended high school with 2 of the victims and has known the 3rd victim for several years. Not talking about the 5th. Okay, so he doubles down again today on USA. According to this lawyer of Jordan's, the last time his client saw his friends, 2 of them who had been friends with for nearly 2 decades, was when they left his house before he went to bed. But wait, you just said that he was still up. The 5th person said that ain't true. Okay, let me just see here. Okay, so here's another one. This is still this is People. The lawyer for Jordan added that his client does not know the timing or manner of the deaths, nor does he know how or when they exited his house. But this is the same lawyer that said he walked them to the door. The same lawyer that said, no, they were still in the living room hanging out, the 3 of them, and he went to bed. Then it changed to, oh, no, there was another guy there. So the 4 of them were in the living room hanging out when he went to bed. Then he said another one is he walked them to the door and said goodbye to them. Another one was he said he's seen them go outside, so he just went to bed. He had no knowledge that they remained in the backyard. So he knew that they went to the backyard. He knew that they were in that backyard. So, I mean, this is just one thing after another. Here's another one, okay, where the lawyer has already said that this guy went in and out of that house several times sporadically, Monday on Tuesday, and then backtracked on that too. But he said Willis didn't notice the victim's car were still there. Prasino also claims that his client didn't hear anyone banging on the doors over 2 days, nor did he hear Clayton McGeeney's fiance break in and scream his name. But the girlfriend or fiance is in the house screaming Clayton's name. This guy doesn't hear her, but 2-3 minutes later hears the cops knocking on his door. Come on. See, and this is it here again. This is the local. Contrary to a Saturday statement released by the lawyer, in that statement, the lawyer said Willis saw the 3 men when they left the house and he went to bed. He changed that story and now claims Willis went to sleep while the 3 other victims and another man continued to hang out in his home. See what I mean? Now you're saying the 3 men and another guy are still in your home when you went to bed, but then before that, you said you seen them leave the home. Another statement says he walked them to the door and said goodbye. So these statements are always changing, you guys. Always. Whoops. What do you guys think about all this? And I guarantee you, I'm never going to get to these Brian Kohlberger new documents that come out, because every day, sometimes multiple times a day, this lawyer is coming out with something else and changing the narrative. It's been changed. I've given up counting. Susie Q says 32 is freezing. Like I said, right now it's minus 15 Celsius outside. Let me see what that is. Hang on. 15 Celsius is 5 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 5 degrees outside right now in Fahrenheit. Okay? Outside my house. I just went outside and went next door to my mother's house in just a sweatshirt and sweatpants. If I have a cigarette, because I still haven't quit, you guys, I know. Chew me out. This is the only time you can chew me out and get away with it. I still have not fully quit. I had that bad fall, so it set me back a bit. But anyway, I am healing up good. But anyway, so if I go outside for a cigarette, I go out in my sweatshirt, sweatpants, and I have my cigarette, and I come back in the house. I don't find it that cold. But then again, we're used to minus 40 because I'm Canada. But, and the thing with that, Susie Q, is if these 3 guys were outside and it started getting cold you're going to start feeling it on your nose, your face, your hands, your feet first, and they can't get back into that house. Who locked the door behind them? Number 1. Who locked them out there? Why couldn't they get back into the house? I would have broken the door or a window. If he wasn't answering that door and we were starting to freeze, getting frostbite, I would have busted the door to go in, and one of these 3 men would have done the same thing. Okay, don't worry about it. I'll fix it. I will fix it. I'm your good friend. I will fix it. Buddy would say, hey, man, you guys are my buddies for 20 years. But thank God you broke the door to get in because I didn't hear you. No harm, no foul. Something's not adding up. If they didn't want to break in, they could have went down the street, called a neighbor. They could have done so many different things. Nothing adds up. Nothing. And now this 5th friend is saying nothing about other friends too being there. Let me see if I can find that again. Hang on, you guys. Give me a minute here. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Do you love my singing? Let's take this off the screen. You see right here, at some point he got tired, went to sleep. Well, there were these guys in the home. And as I know now, there were a couple of other people in the home. This is new. This just come out. Now he's adding more people. Why we're number 1, the 5th person was never talked about, let alone anybody else. But now he's adding this to the mix, you guys. Now there wasn't just 5 people. Now there's more. There was a couple other people too. Well, where did they go? How come the 5th person didn't mention that there was a couple of other people too? When did they come? When did they leave? What? So what I'm getting from this, and tell me, you guys, if I'm way off base. Okay, you guys ready? You ready? The reason why I think that he is saying this now is the 5th person came forward and said, when I left, Jordan was awake with his friends on the couch. And I left around midnight. They were all still alive and Jordan was still awake. So now damage control for Jordan's lawyer. What are we going to do? Okay, we'll go with that. The friend left at midnight and a couple other people showed up. And I went to bed. So maybe those couple people did something to these guys. But wait a minute. You can't bring a couple more people into this now because you never even brought the 5th person into it. Okay? It's the 5th person that brought himself into it, let alone a couple of others. It seems every time something comes out, they adjust their story. Yeah. LA film scene. Oh, I'm not kidding, TK. Weekend widow. Hello. I saw an interview of a family member or friend here on YouTube saying they were deceased before they froze. Oh, I believe that they were. I agree with that. I have not seen that verified, but I do believe that. That's why they didn't start feeling the cold and everything and try to break in, because they were already gone. They were already dead. That's what I was getting at earlier. So thank you for that, Weekend Widow. LA film scene. I want to ask you guys, all the women here, all the men that are here, women, you go to visit a friend's place with your old man, your husband. You go to your friend's place. You ever see your husband take his wallet out and throw it on the table while you're there visiting? Men, any men in here? When you go to your friend's house to watch a football game or hockey game or whatever, golf, whatever you're going to watch, do you come to your friend's house and take out your wallet and put it on the table? I've never heard of that in my life, ever. My keys, when me and my old man used to go to friends' places, he never took out his wallet. The keys went in his pocket. Would he put his cell phone on the table? Yeah, but generally in his front pocket. So many things with that scenario that don't make sense. Make it make sense. So I'm asking any of the ladies here, when you've gone visiting a friend with your husband or boyfriend or fiance, when you get to your friend's house, when you walk in, hey, kisses on the cheek and hugs. Hey, nice to see you. Does your old man go over there and dump his wallet out on the table? Like put his wallet down on the table, take it out of his pocket and put it on the table, and his keys? Maybe I'm losing my mind. Maybe this is normal. I've not heard one person say that this is normal. Absolutely. Here we go. Oh, yeah, that's what I said earlier. This sounds premeditated when I was talking about the dogs. Why is his dogs gone? And if he comes out and says, and I haven't seen anybody ask this guy that yet, and none of these reporters have asked him, well, why were your dogs at your dad's? If he says, well, it's because I didn't want them bothering my friends while I had company over. Okay, if you say your company left, why didn't you go and get your dogs on Monday or Tuesday when you were sporadically out and about? Why were your dogs still gone? Because the bodies in the backyard hadn't been found yet. You couldn't go and get them. That's what I'm saying. And that is a huge red flag for me. That's on the bingo card. Okay? Why did you not go and get your dogs after your friends left the next day? Why? Or the day after? Why? Why? Because you were expecting somebody to, like the fiance or a family member, like to start calling you at like 4 a.m. Hey, where's my friends? Or where's my family member? Or at least even the next day, hey, my fiance didn't come home. Like that would have been me. If I woke up in the morning, my fiance, because they did live together, wasn't beside me, I would be over there banging down the door then, not the next day, not 2 days later. That's what I just said. He couldn't bring them dogs home because then he would be the one to find his friends in the backyard. Right? There's a reason why those dogs were not brought back home. And I haven't heard one reporter ask about this yet. I want the answer. I want to know. And I want to see how this dumbass lawyer is going to fandangle this one. And talk to the dog. Oh my God. I wish we could. Talk to the dad. What did he say to you? What reason did he give you for wanting you to watch his dogs. When was he supposed to come and pick them up? And why didn't he? If you work from home, you can't say it's because I don't want my dogs left alone in the house all day long, because you work from home. There's no reason for those dogs to be at his dad's. Right? That could very well be, but I have to remove, Mod, please remove that comment. Sorry, TK, but I can't have that in what you said. The F there, you can't say that. YouTube doesn't like it. I'm sure all the other creators just got notice from YouTube, new guidelines we have to follow as creators. Dad has Alzheimer's. I haven't heard that anywhere, so. Never mind. I will remove it. Sorry, TK Sass. Please don't take offense to that, but we can't say those words. So I had to remove it. Yeah. I removed it already, Des. Make sure you guys are here on Friday. I'm going to be covering the Brian Koberger court of hearing. You're going to be able to see it live. You're going to be able to see Brian Koberger. We're going to be able to stream it live. And I will be giving out 5 more free memberships on Friday. So make sure you're here. Also, any of these lives, any $10 super chat gets you an entry into the draw for the gift basket for Valentine's Day. You can go back to the beginning of this video and see that. Every Sunday, we have live mini reads where you can get your own mini read. I read tarot and oracle cards, and I also got my Ancestor deck. So you can go back to the beginning and see that. Yes, we got over 100 people here, 56 likes. Can you please smash that like button to get this out there? When you come back into live chat after smashing that like button, please make sure you got live chat selected at the top of the screen. Des, I'm going to write your name down. You are on the list for the entry into the draw for the Valentine's gift basket. I will go get it, you guys, and show you again. For those who want to see it, it's going to be all done up nice with some bows and cellophane around it. Let me show my camera here. Let me take this off the screen. There you go. So this is just some of the stuff that is in there right now, you guys. There's a mug with a bunch of chocolates. There's chocolate roses. There's chocolates here. There's an oracle deck. There's nice gold 4-leaf clover. It's a wish. We've got this one here for love, harmony, and happiness. We've got healing stones in here. I'll be adding a lot more to this, you guys. We've got the third, the evil eye bracelet, wards off evil. We've got the chakra bracelet and keychain. There's going to be more stuff. I'm going to wrap it. I'm going to have cellophane all around it. And up here, wrapping it with this beautiful little bow. It's right here for now, so I can show it to you guys. So that is what is going to be drawn on February 14th. It's going to be a live draw, so you will be able to see your name on the wheel, and then we will spin the wheel. That's okay. LA film scene, just being here and smashing that like is great whenever you can. That's okay, TK. Accidents happen. Nobody's perfect, including moi, believe me or not. So yeah, so let me just check before we wrap up. Let me just check and make sure there's nothing else that's come out. Okay, let me just check here. I'm also in between looking up information and that, you guys, I'm watching that Jennifer Dulos trial. Okay. City. Let me just see. Fox 4 is also saying that was 12 hours ago, so I think I've already got it. So now there's a 6th and 7th person. Oh my gosh, you guys. We already knew that. He had said that there were more people there. So there was the 3 initial ones that passed away. There was a 4th friend. And now apparently there's a couple others. That's the latest. I'm looking right now. And they're still saying no foul play. Like, this is crazy, you guys. Apparently the family has not got any further answers either, but I am looking to see. Oh, did they just show the guy? Hang on a sec, you guys. No, those are the same ones. I'm just scrolling through this. What's this? Just give me a second. Yeah, so apparently this Jordan guy. Oh, I've got a picture of him. Hang on, I got a picture of Jordan. I got a picture of Jordan, you guys. I can only briefly show this. Can I not save this? Hang on. Okay, hang on a sec, you guys. Where am I going to save it? I'll save it in thumbs. Okay, I've got it. You guys want to see a picture of Jordan? Who wants to see a picture of Jordan? This is the guy that had the house where these 3, 4 or more people went and passed away. The 3 that passed away. Who wants to see it? Smash that like if you want to see it. Smash that like button. We got 95 people in here. 88 people in here. Is only 63 likes. Smash that like if you want to see it. I'm watching the likes. Let's see if they go up. We're at 63 right now. Smash that like if you want to see the picture of Jordan. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. It's easy, you guys, and it's free. It's free, it's free, it's free. It's free. I got a picture of him right here, you guys. There we go. I see you all smashing it. Come on. Two more likes, and I'm going to show the picture. There we go. Okay, here it is. Is this it? No. Is this it? No. Window. This one. Share. There he is. That's Jordan. Listen here, you. Watch your mouth. Show it. Do not demand. I'm just joking. That's my sister, you guys. Don't take offense. That's my sister. I can see her right now with her fist clenched. Show it! I love you, sis. TK Sasses are not really covering it. Weird. This is Jordan. This is him, you guys. This is the guy. This is the guy. His lawyer isn't a very good liar, and either if he's the one that's giving all this information to this lawyer, he's not a good liar either. You think he'd be smarter than that, being he's apparently a scientist that is finding a cure, trying to find a cure. Hang on, we'll find that. Okay. So that's him. Let me just see this. Okay, so he is a noted HIV scientist who works from home. And he made a statement saying, I don't think my friends would kill themselves over the Chiefs losing. What? What? So is he trying to say now that they killed themselves? That is odd. Okay, I'm still looking to see if there's more info here, you guys. Because that's new. So that is him. Okay, so here's some other information. The lawyer said he has nothing to hide. He went to the police station and spoke with officers without a lawyer present. He allowed them to search his home. These were his friends. Then why are you lying? Why are you lying? Why is your story consistently changing? Why did you say that there was only 3 of them there when there was, we know now, at least a 4th friend that you had there, and now you're saying there were even more than them 4, 3. Okay, let's see the latest on this. Fifth friend speaks after 3 Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, I can't play this, you guys, because I'll get a strike. Let me listen to this, and then I'll tell you what this lawyer is saying, because I've got him right here. Hang on a sec. Okay, so what I'm hearing, I'm not going to play it. Like, I'm not going to show it on screen, but I'm going to play it. You guys tell me if you can hear it. I'm just going to play it without showing it on screen, okay? Hopefully my speakers pick it up enough. I'll put my mic that way. And let me know if you guys can hear this. Okay, let me start at the beginning. Can you guys hear it? Because I'm going to play it so you guys can hear it. Okay, I just turned it off. Okay, I'm going to play a little bit of it and let me know if you guys can hear it. Hang on, let me go back to the beginning. I'm going to play a little bit at the beginning, and I want to know if you guys can hear it. Okay, I just played a little clip of it. Can you hear it? I stopped playing it right now. I just want to know if you guys can hear it. It's garbled. I wish I could play it because not clearly. Okay, hang on. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start it at the beginning again. Let me know if you guys can hear it. Oh, wait. Now I got to get my earbuds in. Hang on a sec.
Friday. First, he said the fifth person was still there when the three men died. He would change his tune in a News Nation interview.
Okay, can you guys hear it now? Can you hear it good? Okay, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to start it right at the beginning, and I'm going to play it. You guys might have to crank up your volume because I got this volume cranked as high as it will go.
Friday. First, he said the fifth person was still there when the three men died. He would change his tune in a News Nation interview hours later.
So did you hear that? He said that the fifth person was still there when his three friends died. Okay? So these are reporters that are reporting this that he spoke to. He said that the fifth person was still there when the three friends died. Well, how do you know that? Let's listen to that again.
Friday. First, he said the fifth person was still there when the three men died. He would change his.
See that? He said the fifth person was still there when they died. One more time, and then I'll let it play a little bit longer.
Friday. First, he said the fifth person was still there when the three men died. He would change his tune in a News Nation interview hours later.
Before he fell asleep, they were going to leave. He actually escorted them to the door, said their goodbyes, opened the door. He went back on the couch and he crashed.
See that? He says right there that he escorted them to the door, but that's not what they're saying now. Let's continue.
Statement running contrary to what Paserno told us just hours before. In an exclusive conversation with Fox 4, the fifth man's attorney, Andrew Tauch, tells us his client arrived at the home around 7 p.m. He left just after midnight, and when.
Okay, so the fifth person, his lawyer said he got there around 7 p.m. Yet Jordan said that they were all there at 3. Right? That the 5 of them were there at 3 to watch the game. But the fifth person said he didn't get there until 7.
When he left, all three men and Jordan Willis were alive and watching Jeopardy. Talge says his client then received a text from Clayton McGeeney's fiance and Ricky Johnson's mother on Tuesday inquiring about their whereabouts. At that point, he texted Willis and Johnson. He never got a response. That's another inconsistency. Willis's attorney said his client never received any text, just messages through Facebook. We contacted Paserno about this, and he declined to comment.
Right? Because now he just caught himself. He said he did get messages or texts, but he had previously said he had no idea of any of those messages, texts, Facebook, nothing. So he was caught in another lie. So not only about when they left or if they left or how they left, they never left, they did left, they didn't leave. 3 were there, 4 were there. Even though all that was all different stories. Now this too. He says he didn't get a message, but he'd already said that he did.
Man up. Man up. Now tell us what happened. He knows. He has to know. He's a grown man too. He has to know what happened.
Okay? He has to know. Yes, but he didn't. Chronic Pain Stink says, went to the couch and went to sleep. Yet he said he was in the bedroom with earphones on and a fan. Exactly. Exactly. And the 5th person said that they were all 5 of them were still awake until midnight. He left at midnight and he said Jordan and the 3 others were still there and awake watching Jeopardy. Why didn't this 5th person mention other people that were there? Because that's what Jordan is saying now. Jordan's saying, oh, well, it wasn't just that 5th person. There was others too. That's new that just came out today. So what? And yet Jordan had said that he went to bed after the game and they left them to party. First, it was he left 3 of them in the living room to party. Then it was he brought in this 4th person that was left in the living room to party while he went to bed with his earphones in and a big box fan or something going. I didn't leave the house. I did leave the house. I left the house sporadically Monday and Tuesday. Oh, I didn't leave the house. I slept all day. I didn't hear nothing. Tuesday, though, I worked all day. I was up on my computer working and didn't hear the woman banging on my door, breaking into my house, screaming Clayton's name throughout my house. But 2 minutes later, I heard the police at the door. How come it took a while to even say, right? And now that this 5th person has come forward, now Jordan is saying, oh, there were even more people there. Right?
Talge tells us that his client is upset and sad, and he just wants answers as to what happened to his friends. At last check, KCPD is still waiting on the medical examiner to determine a cause of death.
Okay. So that's all I'm going to share of that, you guys, so I don't get struck. I can use it for commentary. So there you go. Peyton. Yes. And that's what I've said. These were 3 healthy men. They were very close friends. So hypothetically, let's say that Jordan went to bed. They stayed up. The door automatically locks behind them, which I don't see doing. I only see that in office buildings sometimes and whatever. But just say by accident, they went outside and Jordan's in bed. They can't get back in and they start really feeling the cold. Their faces are freezing. Their hands are freezing. Their feet are freezing. They didn't say, like, did they have their boots on? I don't know. But anyway, they're starting to get really cold and Jordan's not waking up. I would have busted the door. And Jordan, you know what? We're going to fix your door. We're going to pay for the damage. But we were freezing and you weren't waking up. And Jordan, oh, God, you guys, I've known you 20 years. I know. Oh, my God, I didn't hear you. I didn't want you guys freezing to death. Absolutely. I understand why you broke my door to get in. You know what I mean? None of this makes sense, you guys, that they couldn't get back into that house, that they were left out there to freeze to death. There's no way that they would allow themselves to freeze to death. They would have broken in if they couldn't wake Jordan. If that story is true, no, they froze to death because they were deceased when they were out there and then they froze. That's what I believe. Chronic, you got to mask that D word. I do believe that there was something involved. Mods, please watch for people using the not prescribed medication word, the D word. Peyton says, I'm a nurse practitioner. I've gone over this so many times. It doesn't make sense. No, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense at all. Yeah, and I'm saying, like, okay, so even if it did automatically lock and oops, they locked themselves out, they're not going to stay out there to freeze to death. They're going to break in if they can't wake up Jordan. They're friends for 20 years. We'll fix the door. Don't worry about it. But we weren't going to freeze to death outside. It doesn't make sense. I agree. I agree, Kim. Yeah, and yet a girl broke in pretty easy. I don't think they had their phones either. That's okay, Chronic. I removed it. The fifth person said that he was there with them. He arrived at 7 o'clock at night, and that the three that are now deceased and Jordan were all alive in the living room. He stayed there with them, everybody alive, until he left at midnight. When he left at midnight, he said everybody was alive. Jordan was not in bed sleeping. He was in the living room with the other three. They were all alive and watching Jeopardy. Oh, the family's not going to leave this alone. And the true crime community is not going to leave this alone. Yeah, I did say that here too, that they apparently there was two cars because two of the friends came together and one brought his own car. So there's two cars either parked in the driveway or on the street. It hasn't been verified yet, so I'm going with that. It could have been in the driveway or on the street. Either way, he would have recognized his friends' cars. The autopsy really isn't going to give much. It's going to be the toxicology. The autopsy results they already have. They're not releasing them, but what's going to matter is the toxicology. Autopsy could have showed something already, but they're not releasing it. And it was also verified that it took a while for those bodies to thaw out, so an autopsy could even be done. They couldn't go in their cars, case TK Sass. They couldn't have gone in their cars because their car keys were in the house, as well as their wallets and I believe their cell phones. So they couldn't go in the house. They couldn't go in their cars. They couldn't leave. Their keys were in the house too. The keys were found in the house. And that's why I said earlier, for all you women out there, you go to your friend's house with your old man. When does he ever take out his wallet and keys and throw them on the table or on the floor or on the couch or wherever they were? Who does that? Nobody. You throw your keys in your pocket and your wallet stays in your pocket. And men generally put their phones in their front pockets. Hello, Isabel. Yes, it is. It's like, it's weird. It's like this guy is lying, you guys. Okay, let me see if I can find something else. I showed you guys this picture. Has everyone seen it? If you haven't seen the picture of Jordan, the homeowner, let me know and I'll throw it back up on the screen. And why did it take this fifth friend so long to come forward? And now that this fifth friend has come forward, or the fifth person there, the fourth friend of Jordan, saying he was there, why did it take him so long to come forward? And now Jordan is saying, oh, well, there was others too. After this friend that survived and lived, now that he's come forward and started talking, now Jordan is saying, oh, well, there was others too. What's this? Yeah, I'm not seeing nothing else right now, you guys, but keep an eye on my community tab. Make sure you're subscribed. Keep an eye on my community tab. If anything else pops up today, if it's something really, really big, then I will jump back on live. Okay, you want to see the photo again? Just a second. Let me bring it up. Okay, there he is. That's Jordan. No, their wallets, their phones, and their keys. Imagine if they would have had their keys on them. Then they could have left and come back for their wallets and stuff. But no, they didn't have their keys either. It was all in the house. Like, who does that? Chronic pain, he works from home. Yes, he works from home. So this is him, you guys. This is Jordan. We don't know who the fourth friend of Jordan is that came forward. So the fifth person that was there, we don't know his name or anything yet. I'm sure it's going to come out. And when that does, I will bring it to you. But this is Jordan. Chronic pain stinks says he did agree to a search and he did move out the next day, which, I mean, I'm not giving too much weight to that, to him moving out, because I wouldn't want to live where 3 of my friends of over 20 years just passed away. I wouldn't want to live there either. Is there something nefarious about it? There could be. But I'm just saying, if I had 3 friends of mine that just died in my house or outside my house, I would not be wanting to reside there either. So, what a putz. I'm a putz too then. Marie. And he rented that house, you guys. He didn't own it. But like I said at the beginning, what I still want the answer to is the dogs. Why did you bring the dogs to your dad's, who apparently has Alzheimer's? I have not verified that yet, but apparently the father has Alzheimer's. But why did you bring the dogs to your father's? If he says, well, it's because I didn't want the dogs bothering my company while we watched the game. Okay, why didn't you go Monday or Tuesday to go get your dogs again? Well, you couldn't because your friends were in the backyard deceased and nobody found them yet. And you didn't want to be the one to, oh my God, look at this. LA Film Scene says, I wonder if 3 were smokers. From what I've heard, one of the family members of one of the guys said he didn't drink or smoke. Didn't do any wacky tobacco, nothing like that. He didn't do any of that. He was as straight as an arrow. Didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't do any wacky backy, none of that stuff. Right? A lot of people are saying that, Marie. Something happened. Not just, oops, we sat out here and having a good time. One was found on the back deck sitting up, and the 2 others were found out in the backyard. Right? Let me see if I can pull. Let me see if I can pull the house up. Where the heck did it go? Hang on. It's in here somewhere. Let me find it. There it is right there. Okay. Oh, you guys can't see this. Dang it. Okay. This is the house. So it looks like there was a pretty big backyard there. It looks like this probably would have been a living room. Kitchen probably in the back. So the back deck probably, well, the garage is behind here, right? Or is the garage on the, I know there's a garage on the side of the house, maybe over here. That's where it looks like. The garage is over here. And over here, it looks like a fairly big backyard. Look at all the big trees and everything back there. So it does look like it's a fairly big backyard. Now, I would assume that the friends parked right out here, right out front of his house. Like these are probably bedrooms up here. Coming out of that door, he would have seen his friend's cars parked in front of his house here. Well, what I can do, does anybody know the exact address of this house? If you do, I can get a photo of the backyard. Anybody know the exact address? Let me see. Look at Redfin website of house, shows inside. I need the address, the real one. Do you know the address, the exact address, please? I know it's online somewhere. Okay, thank you. 5208 Northwest 83rd Terrace. Okay, let me look it up. Okay, 5208 Northwest 83rd. There we go, right here. Okay, let me put this over here. Okay, I gotta get back here so I can share it for you guys. Let's go look. Okay, I gotta share it a different way so you can see my pointer. Hang on. Okay, you can see my pointer. So this is the house right here. So this is where we were looking at the street. We'll go to street view, but I just want to see from the back. Or is this the street? Okay, so the larger part of the house, that's where the garage is. See the 2-car garage here? So where's the fence? Okay, let's go to street view. Okay, so here's where you would pull in, and there's the garage. That looks like a huge backyard. It looks like a big double gate here, you guys. You can see the hinges on the gate. So these big 2 doors here would open up. Here's the 2-car garage. There's lots of room there to park. Lots of room to park there. You can park 2 cars, 3 cars there. You could park one right here. You could park another one here, all in front of his house. This is the house. Okay, so let's go back to this view and see what we can see. Yeah, this looks like a really big backyard, and it backs onto this highway type thing. This is his house. This is the garage. Yeah, you could park a couple cars in front, but there's a patio in the back that they want. Yeah, it's covered by trees, right? That's what I'm trying to zoom in on right now. Oh, look at that. Okay, so here's part of the backyard. It looks like a bunch of junk back here. I'm trying to get an angle where... Okay, wait, is that part of the house? This is part of the house too. Okay, hang on. Okay, let's zoom in. Because apparently, from what I have seen, is that one of them were found in dirt. So maybe under all of this or so, I don't know. But one of the brothers of one of the victims said that he was found in dirt and that he was frozen to the dirt. So maybe there's a lot more here that we can't see under these trees that maybe block snow from hitting the ground or something. But that's as far in as I can zoom. But I don't see a door or anything. Let's see if we can go from the other side. Let's see here, like this. What can we see? Oh, look at, we can see kind of sort of in there. It's hard to see. I wish we could remove it. Okay, let's see from this angle. It doesn't really look like you can see much, but this is probably where they would have went out right here. I'm trying to get good angles, you guys. See, there's also a side yard here because this person's fence comes like this and then like this. There's a guy's truck. Oh, what's that? That's the... Okay. See, we really can't see. See, there looks like a lot of junk under there. I'm trying, you guys. I'm not a techie person either, so... Okay, let's try this. And then I'm going to go and look up something else. Hang on. Let's go like this, and let's see right here if we can see. Okay, so there's the back of the house. There's this big fence. Look at all these weed things. We really can't see much there either. Is there any openings? Oh, it goes higher here. Oh, yay. So yeah, look at that, you guys. There's a cover, like there's a back porch. But he said one of the brothers found his brother was found frozen in dirt. Okay, let me go and get that. Hang on, you guys. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Let's see if I can get it here. Okay, wait, no. Oh, dang it. Okay, hang on. Okay. Okay, is this it? Yep. Okay, I've got some pictures. I've got 23 pictures of it, you guys. Let me bring it over here. Let me stop sharing this. Let me make this bigger. Okay. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, you guys. Window. Share. Okay, so this is the house. Let me see if I can make it bigger for you guys. Okay, so this is the house. This is the front door. This is inside. So these are the stairs going up. So the living room would have been down here, I guess, or over here. So I'm assuming this is the living room. So there's the back. So this is where they went. They were on the, one was found on this deck and one was found in dirt. So there's the kitchen. So this is by the garage because there's a fireplace there. And you see the chimney outside. So this has got to be the back door going, another back door going out. Like over here. Back door going out there, and then there's a slider. But this is going upstairs. So this is once you get upstairs. 1, 2. 2 bedrooms so far. Bathroom. I didn't see a bathroom on the main floor. That's probably like over the garage. I didn't see a bathroom on the main floor. So would they have had to come up to go to the bathroom? Look at, there's where a dryer would go. Master bedroom with the bathroom. Master bathroom. But the other bathroom was also upstairs. Oh, there's a basement. So this is the basement. Wonder what was happening down here for all this to get scraped up like that. And that's it. That's the only pictures they show. Yeah, it looks like many did. This looks like the basement, but I wonder what happened here for all these scrapes. That's the stairs going down into the basement. But this is the master bath for the master bedroom. So there's 4 bedrooms upstairs, I guess. This looks like it's upstairs kind of sort of too. So there's another bathroom, which is upstairs. This looks like probably over the garage by the shape of the roof. So this is the, what? Where's this bathroom? So here's another bathroom. I don't know where this bathroom is. Could be in one of the other bedrooms or whatever. I don't know. There's another bathroom there because they're upstairs now, showing the upstairs. So maybe 2 bedrooms have their own bathrooms, because down here I don't see anywhere downstairs where there'd be a bathroom. I'm looking for this here. See this odd shaped wall? Oh, there it is right there. So this has a door going out. This area right here has a door going out. This room here is where the fireplace is, and the garage is behind it. Okay. So did they go out this door, or did they go out the slider doors where there's a roof over top? Because this is the kitchen. See, and there's a slider door here. Is that like in the breakfast area because it's the same flooring? So that's... So the slider has to be over here. On this wall, that would be like this. If this room was square, the slider would be over here. There's a slider. Another slider. That looks like it's in the front. Or that's the big front window. This is the door where you come in. So it's like it's got like 3 living rooms, or a dining room and 2 living rooms. Because look at back here, there's a fireplace. It doesn't show that room. Why doesn't it show this room with the fireplace here? That's odd. It's odd. So we see this. I don't know. It's an odd setup. But that obviously goes out to a patio. So is that like off the kitchen? There's like a little dining room area or a breakfast area with sliding doors out to the back. And then, like, is this a dining room? I don't know. Because there's this room over here. They don't show it with the fireplace. See this over here? They don't show it. Why? I want to see that room. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up on... Let me see if I can find different pictures of it, you guys, on another site. Just give me a second. I want to see that room. Okay. Let's look at this one. This one has 55 photos. Thank you, Real One. I appreciate your super sticker. Thank you, thank you. I think I've got one here. Hang on, you guys. Okay, we got better pictures here. Okay, let me share this. Again, thank you so much, Real One. I appreciate you. Okay, so here's better pictures. I wonder if I can just go like this. No, it's going to do the same thing. Okay. So there's the front. There's the side, kind of, sort of. Like, there's the backyard behind this fence. So there's the entrance. There's them stairs going up. So there's a room off to the left. Okay, so yeah, that was used as a dining room. So there's the kitchen. And there's like these things up here, like almost like they want to keep dogs out, maybe, these gates. There's the stairs going up. This, see, look at all the gates that are up there. I want to see this room back here. This is the front door. So it looks like they did use one of those rooms for a sitting area. Now, is this what it looked like when this guy lived here? I don't know. This is the front door. So this is the front of the house. This little room here is in the front of the house because there's the front door. Okay, so there's that little room. You come in the front door here. Your stairs are to the right. They use this as a dining room. So here's that other door, the other room in the front of the house. There's the room I wanted to see. So were they all in this room? It doesn't look like there's much furniture in here, so it could have been this guy living here at this time. I don't know when these pictures were taken, but there's definitely a door there to go out also, and it looks like even a deck out there. Fireplace. And the garage would be on the other side of this wall, I think. Oh, yeah, look at, I wish I could blow this up. Because it looks like patio furniture or something outside this window. And don't forget, over here, there's a door. And then outside here, it looks like a patio set. Is that where he was? Is that where one of them were found sitting up? So more of that room. It doesn't look like there's much there at all. Like just a chair in front of a TV and this poofy pillow. This is odd. Very odd. Smash that like button, you guys, please. So were they in this room watching? This looks like it could have been that guy. Okay? Living there because there's not much furniture in there. And if we go back to this picture, this is where you come in the front door. Look at all the gates up. I believe these gates are all up. Look at, they're in every picture. Look at a gate here, a gate here, a gate at the top of the stairs here. It looks like this is when this guy lived here to keep all the dogs that he had out of these areas. Okay. This is where I believe that they were probably sitting. So they would have had their wallets and everything here. Watching the game. Look at all the gates. Okay, and there's the dining room. Here's where you come in the front door. Look at all the gates. Every area is gated off to keep dogs out. Look, True Crime Time. Hello, hello. Lisa Durr, hello. No, I don't think it's an accidental overdose because there was one of them that didn't drink or smoke or do any wacky tobacco or anything. But look at everything is gated off. So I do believe that these are pictures from when that guy lived there. So I think they were here. So their wallets and everything, thrown on this is about the only area where you could have 3 or 4 people. This area, there's just like a lonely chair and this poof thing. Can't see 3 grown men wanting to sit together on a puffy beanbag chair type thing. Here's the kitchen. So they did use that as a dining room out the back. There's a sliding door off of here. Kitchen, 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 kitchen. What's this? This looks like a high chair almost. Kitchen. See, I think they were sitting here. This is the front of the house. This is the rear. So this is like a breakfast area, and then this is the dining room. There's the breakfast area over there. This is a dining room, a formal dining room. Another breakfast eating area. See, there's them sliding doors going out under this covered deck. Look at, there's a covered deck right outside these sliding doors. See? Oh, and there's the patio set. So that's where one of the men were found. So this is somebody's bedroom, obviously. An ensuite. There's another bedroom with an ensuite bath. You can see the bath here. I don't think I'd like that, it being open. I would want a door on my ensuite bathroom. But anyway, this is the master bedroom. There's the ensuite. See how it's open here? So somebody comes walking in your bedroom, they can see you on the potty. Because there's the potty right there. It's open. See, there's the sink. There's that little seat. The toilet's right here. So anybody coming in could see you on the toilet. I don't think I'd like that. Anyway, so another bedroom. Bedroom. How many bedrooms does this house have? This looks like it's set up like an office here. Look at all the stuff down here too, with its own bathroom. This is the basement. Looks like something set up over here too, as in like a little office or something. That's weird. And there's a bathroom in the basement. Basement bathroom. There's the covered patio, you guys. There's the covered patio. This is just, so one of them were found here, sitting up, either in this patio set or this, because one of the brothers, we're going to get another picture of the yard. One of the brothers said his brother was found frozen to dirt. Look at a chimenea. So where were the other two found where he could have been frozen to the dirt? Frozen in dirt. Maybe down here? They could have even started a little fire to keep warm. So it looks like there's multiple areas where you can sit. And this is all dirt. This is covered. This big yard looks pretty big. So were they found over here? Maybe over here? I don't know. But this is all the backyard. What is this? A fake hot tub or something? Yeah, look at how big this yard is, you guys. So was he found in, like, these look like flower beds or something? Were they maybe trying to go to bury them in the flower beds or something? That's like, look at, there's this little hut. There's a garage thing here. See how much, like, down here maybe? This is all the backyard, you guys. Look at storage shed. See, they could have got out this gate or this gate. There it is there. Look at how big this backyard is. What do you guys think? Yes, he lived alone in that house. Yeah, they're raised flower beds. That's exactly what I think too, right here. These are raised flower beds. But look at, there's a chimenea there. We call it a chimenea. A little fire thing. Maybe there was no wood. This just doesn't make sense, you guys. Two different seating areas. So I wonder which one the one was found. Look at all these umbrellas. Chimney over there, a garage. All these weeds, we seen them from the other side of the street when we were over here. This is last listed for $235,000 on February 26, 2021. So they were taken 3 years ago, those pictures. And now the estimated price of this house is $329,000. It's a single family, 2-car garage built in 1976. Has AC, $114 a square foot. Redfin checked 3 minutes ago, January 24th. That's probably me. I'm checking it out. So it's estimated to price right now for this house is $314,000 to $373,000. But he didn't own this house, so he was renting. And these are other houses in the area. So I believe that these pictures are probably from when it was put up for sale on February 26, 2021. So that would be almost 3 years ago. No. Chronic Pain says, is there anything being said when he moved in? No. Took a nosedive. Yeah, one of the men, one of the three, their family members have said he didn't drink, he didn't smoke cigarettes, he didn't smoke no wacky tobacco, he didn't do any of that illegal stuff. So something was done to them. Now, with this fifth guy saying that he was there, so the fourth friend coming out and saying he was there, now Jordan has come out and said, okay, yeah, there was another guy there with those three, but now there was others too. You know what I mean? He's trying not to leave it that he was the last one along with those three men. He did something to those three guys. Somebody did. One of them did. Bonafide troublemaker. The thing is, the family members have come out and said that there was one of them three that passed away that did not drink, smoke cigarettes, smoke wacky tobacco, or do anything illegal that way. You know, if there's somebody that's steadfast, they don't drink, they don't even smoke cigarettes, they don't smoke wacky tobacco, whatever, and then all of a sudden, when three people are going to become deceased, the guy decides that that's the night that he's going to smoke something or do something illegal. I don't think so. Renee Baker says there's no way he didn't see. Well, I think he knew they were there. Like, if you go back to the beginning of the live, it has been stated 4, 5, 6, I've lost count. So many different stories of when the last time it was that he's seen his friends. His friends went outside. He went upstairs to go to sleep. The next one, no, his friends were all there partying. He went to sleep. Another one was, no, he walked the three of them to the door, said their goodbyes, and then he went to bed. Another one was, oh, no, there was another guy there. And when I went to bed, those four were still downstairs all having a get together. But then that fourth guy that was there came out and said, hey, whoa, look it, I didn't get there till 7. I left at midnight. And when I left, Jordan was downstairs with David, Ricky, and Clayton. The 4 of them were downstairs when I left at midnight. So now what's come out after that guy came out and said something. So now Jordan is saying, oh, well, there were other people now too. You know what I mean? The story keeps changing. he said that he slept all day Monday but then got up and worked a bit. Where did you work? Because I see an office in the basement. You would have seen their stuff left on your table, their wallets, their keys, their cell phones. You would have seen their cars out front because you said that you went in and out sporadically Monday and Tuesday. So when that came out and your lawyer told people that and they said, okay, well, why didn't you see their cars then? We get you didn't go to the backyard because you didn't have your dogs, but why didn't you see their cars in the front yard 2 days later? It doesn't. And every time we show something that what he's saying is a lie, he comes up with a new excuse. That's what's happening here, you guys. And now that this fifth person that was there with Jordan, David, Ricky, and Clayton, when he says, oh, wait a minute, I left at midnight or around midnight, they were watching Jeopardy and they were all in the living room. David, Ricky, Clayton, and Jordan were in the living room and watching Jeopardy, and they were all very much alive when I left. So what happens now? That leaves Jordan alone with these three guys again before they die. So he comes out with, well, wait a minute, there was others there too. You see what I mean, you guys? You can't keep adding to your story when we find flaws in the story you've told, because then you become a liar. He's lied 4 or 5 different times just about him and the three, David, Ricky, and Clayton. They were there, they weren't, they walked out in the back, he went upstairs, no, he walked in the front door, no, they were downstairs still together. Then he brought in a fourth person to that. Like, no, your story keeps changing every time we bring up the red flags. Your story changes. A pretty dumb one, Midnight Baker. I would never hire this guy. I think he just killed his career. Anybody looking at this lawyer right now is never going to hire him. And believe me, like I said before, I worked in criminal law for over 30 years here in Canada. I'm telling you right now, nobody is going to go to that lawyer for any kind of representation after what he has done with this case. And number 2, the fifth person now that has come forward has also got a lawyer. Why does Jordan and this fifth person that doesn't want his name mentioned, why do they need lawyers if they did nothing wrong? Why? Another thing is, if the police are saying there's no foul play, they're not investigating his homicides and this, that, why do you got the prosecutor's office involved? Why do you keep conferring with the prosecution if this is not a criminal case? It doesn't make any sense. From somebody who knows how the law works, because I worked in it, it doesn't make any sense that they're talking to the prosecutors and 2 of the guys that are still alive out of all this have lawyered up. There's something there. Yeah, there's just too much. We've gone over it. We've gone over with the girlfriend, the fiance showing up, banging and banging and banging on that door. He didn't answer, so she broke in the house and started screaming Clayton's name throughout the house. And apparently Jordan didn't hear her, but like 5-10 minutes later, the cops are banging on the door and he goes down and answers it right away. And she's still in the house. She's still at the house and he doesn't see or hear her. What? And you didn't bring your dogs back from your dad's on Monday or Tuesday because you thought at least by now one of the neighbors would have seen these guys out in the backyard, right? Or somebody else would have found them. You didn't want to be the one to find them because you did something to them. Why didn't you go and get your dogs? We've seen all the things there across every area. So either dogs or kids can't get into those areas. It's not making any sense. Nothing here makes sense. And this lawyer is just sinking it and sinking it and sinking it. It's bad enough to drill one hole and make a mistake and drill one hole in the boat. Buddy, you've got enough holes in that boat that you could turn it upside down, sit in the water with your fishing poles out the holes, and nobody would see you. You could use it as a gun blind, a duck blind right now. There's so many holes in it. Right? And I'm going to bring up, hang on. Here's Jordan. Here's Jordan. This is Jordan. Well, DC says, in my opinion, an attorney knows his client's guilty. Chronic Pain says the dogs were his dad so he could move. However, that night he wasn't packing or anything. So why didn't he move on Monday? Tuesday? You can't move when you got dead bodies in your backyard. How you gonna move? Tell the movers, nah, just leave them there. They're just sleeping. You know, like, he couldn't have anybody at that house until those bodies were found. No, I wasn't there. But I'm smart enough to know when a lawyer keeps changing the story about the last time that these three were seen alive by this guy on screen, he changes his story multiple times. Then we have a fifth person that comes in. He says he's gone up to bed and the friends were downstairs by themselves. That all changes when that fifth person comes forward and says he's lying. He was still awake at midnight when I left. He was downstairs with those three guys when I left. So why is Jordan lying about going upstairs and going to bed and them still being downstairs by themselves? No, he did do something wrong or he wouldn't have to lie. Victoria, you're on a verge of getting blocked because I don't need your crap right now. This is very serious what we're talking about. I paid attention to everything new that's come out. I'm coming online with. They were at that house until midnight. If they went to other parties, how is their keys and wallet still in this guy's house? Stop it. I do disagree. But when you're going right off the wall with something that doesn't make any sense, if they left and went to other parties, their wallet, keys, everything were still in Jordan's house. And that's where their deceased bodies were found, was at Jordan's. And not all together at the door trying to get in. No, one was found sitting up and the other two way out in the backyard. Oh, it was in the media. I've got every media thing that has come out on this. And if you're watching the trolls that put out false information, just like they've done in the Koberger case, we don't need that here. Sorry. We don't put up with it here. We don't need it here. I don't mind difference of opinions, but when you come out with out and out crap like that, that is impossible to even be anything close to the truth, that's made up on somebody's theory. I'm bringing out verified information. Okay, Victoria, I'm done with you. I am so done with you. Goodbye. Goodbye. You weren't there either. Victoria, you weren't there either. I'm going by verified information from a person that was there and from a person that was there's lawyer and what he's saying. So piss off. Don't bring your garbage here. Sorry, you guys. Goodbye, Victoria. Have a nice life. Oh my gosh. I can just see the circus that this is going to turn into already. There's people like this coming out. Do you like his picture? Maybe call him up. I think he needs a place to live, Victoria. Maybe you can have him move in with you. Oh, I just can't with some people. So this is where we are at. I think whoever was in the chair had realized, something was wrong and was trying to, back in the house, stumbled and sat down in the chair. Or, you know, I don't know. Maybe he was all messed up and, you know, like trying to get his bearings back and sat down hoping, you know, he could get his scruples back together. I don't know. But obviously something happened that stopped them from either being able to leave that backyard or getting their vehicles or getting back in that house. Right? I wish. I'm sure somebody knows Michelle, but I'm not going to start hounding the families in that because I don't find it's right. Chronic Pain says, I didn't look up the lawyer as a criminal one. I'm not sure, Chronic Pain. I haven't looked it up. Right? You go to a party and you whip out your wallet and keys and phone and leave it all there? Nah. Exactly, Beverly. Doesn't make sense. And I'm just fed up. I want to stick, and that's why I say here, we stick to the facts, what can be verified, what's been said. This is verified. It came from this guy's lawyer's mouth. The second part came from the fifth guy's lawyer's mouth. That's verified information that they are putting out that has come right from Jordan's mouth and right from this fifth guy's mouth. I don't know, LA. I don't want to think about that because I'll start throwing up myself. It is. It's scary. Real one says that the lawyer was, I don't know who baby Lisa Irwin. I don't know who that is, but apparently he was her lawyer. I don't know. But I know right now he just, like, I can't see anybody wanting to hire him with what he's come out with in this case for this client. If that's what you do to your clients, you send them up the river, is how we call it. I wonder, Karen. Okay, so he was hired as a public defender in Lisa Irwin's parents. For Lisa Irwin's parents. I don't know who that one is. Real one, sorry. And he was fired as a public defender? I think we're seeing why. Would you hire this guy? The man that you see on the screen, you guys, is Jordan. This is the guy who invited his friends over. The lawyer, I've seen photos of him. He's an older guy, big beard and everything, glasses. But he's if Jordan didn't do anything wrong, which I believe he did, because if he's telling his lawyer all these different stories and they keep changing, depending on what is coming out, then I wouldn't hire him. This guy's career is over. It would be public information on the internet if there were complaints. Yes, there should be. The lawyer's name is John. See, I wrote it down, you guys. John Cyril. John. Here, I'll write it to the screen. John Picerno. That's his name. That's the lawyer's name. But if he's just making this stuff up and Jordan didn't say this, his career is done. But I can't see any lawyer, none of the criminal lawyers I work with would ever come out and say even a quarter of what this lawyer has said, let alone keep changing the narrative. Because right now, Jordan is not looking good. So if Jordan didn't say this to his lawyer and his lawyer is just making it up, there's a big problem. But I can't see a lawyer making stuff like this up. I can't see him just doing this to begin with. So there's something off about this lawyer too. Like, because you don't do that. You don't put any information out there, especially when 3 of your buddies were just found deceased at your home. You say next to nothing. Or at least if you're going to say something, make it make sense. And don't keep changing your story as to the last time you've seen your 3 friends. Leave out parts that there was a 5th person there. And then when that 5th person comes out and says you lied, you didn't go to bed because when I left at midnight, you were still alive, awake with them in the living room watching Jeopardy. So now you're going to introduce, oh, there was other people there too? It doesn't make sense. Sued police and won a lot of money. Well, I don't think he's going to have many cases after this one. Because one of them is lying over and over and over. It's either the lawyer or it's Jordan. And if Jordan has to see what his lawyer is putting out there, why isn't he fired if this is not what you're saying to him? And why would your lawyer continue to put things out to begin with? One simple statement is it, maximum, that you put out. Midnight Baker, absolutely. Jordan needs to shut the hell up. Jordan doesn't need to say a goddamn thing right now. I'm telling you, it's just going to make it worse. Because if he messes up and says one thing off of what his lawyer's already said, it's going to be even worse for him. It's bad enough as it is. Stupid said he's not being charged, so why would he speak out? Stupid kid. I'm going to ask you this. He's not being charged. The police have said there's no foul play. It's not a criminal investigation. Why does he have a lawyer? People who have done nothing wrong don't get a lawyer, especially a lawyer that is putting out lie after lie and contradiction after contradiction over and over and over and over and over and over and over. An innocent person doesn't leave out parts that there was a 5th person there and now come out and said there was even more people there. The truth is said right at the beginning. It would have been brought out right at the beginning. Yeah, look at, I had like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 friends over. No, he didn't say that. He said there was only them 3. He went to bed. He doesn't know. Then, I walked them 3 to the door and I went to bed. How can other people come in if he's in bed? If he's walked them 3 to the door, let them out. You lock up your house once your friends leave. You go to bed. How can anybody else come in? And then be back with them 3 in the living room. It doesn't make sense. Bella says, grown men don't sit in the backyard until they die. Exactly. And grown men don't walk into a party at a friend's house to watch a game and put their wallets and everything on the table. Yes, the 5th person also has an attorney. If I had nothing to hide, say this was me, and we stick to the first story. Look at, I had 3 friends over. We do this a lot. They come over, we all get drinking, whatever. I got a big, huge house. They all crash. When they're sober, they leave the next morning. They're also partying. I went to bed. I don't know what happened after that. End of story. And that's what I would say. I would not open my mouth another minute. But that's not what happened. The story keeps changing. That's why he got a lawyer. And now he needs one because the narrative keeps changing. There wasn't just 3. You didn't leave them in the living room and go upstairs to bed. Then the next story, oh, well, they went outside, so I went upstairs to bed. The third, I walked them to the door, said goodbye, and I went to bed. That's 4. The fifth, oh, well, wait a minute. Yes, there was a 5th person there, and they were all still alive in the living room when I went to bed. But the 5th person came back and said, that's bullshit. I left at midnight, and when I left, Jordan was still up with the other 3 when I left. Jordan also said, I slept. I didn't get up. But now it's, well, I slept most of the day, but I did get up and do some work. And Tuesday, sporadically, I was in and out of the house. But now we say, no, I wasn't in and out of the house. Because people brought up, when he said that he was in and out of the house sporadically, people brought up, oh, why didn't you see the cars? Okay, the dogs aren't there. Why didn't you go and get your dogs? Because you had dead people in your backyard. You know what I mean? Nothing is making sense. If his story was the exact same as it was when he first told it, there would be no reason for an attorney. Especially when the police said, no investigation is being done. No foul play suspected. What do you need a lawyer for? I told you my story would happen. You say there's no foul play and there's no criminal investigation. What do you need a lawyer for? You don't. Right? Well, there was something about a woman in the secret position of my ancestor read. I am going to do an updated read on this, you guys. If you haven't seen my read, go back under the live tab. Go back a few days ago under the live tab, not under the videos tab, under the live tab. Go back a couple days and you will see the ancestor read I did on this case before we knew about this 5th person. Okay. It came out later that night. I think my read posted around noon, and 10 o'clock that night is when the lawyer came out and said, oh, by the way, there's a 5th person. But my read had already told us that there was somebody else there. So if you haven't seen it, go on back and watch it. And then look at what is happening right now. The chaos and everything. I'm not going to tell you too much about the read. Go back and watch it. Hang on, let me get the, I'm going to get you the link for it. Okay, here's the link to that read. Oh yeah, the secrets, everything. There's the link to that read that I did. And this is before we knew about the 5th friend and all that. Exactly. And even if, even if he gets up Monday, oh, look at that. Their wallets and everything are still on the table. Oh, well, they'll be getting up soon and going. They got to go to work, right? It's a Monday now. But then Monday, Tuesday, their wallets and keys and everything are still on your table. And you've been up and about. You had to have seen that. What? And nothing sparked in you? And you didn't all this time on Monday and Tuesday when you were up and about and working and going in and out? You didn't see your phone that oh, I can't. Nothing makes sense. Thank you, Midnight. Won't know more until absolutely. Jared, that is the one thing. Like I said, the autopsies have already been done. I did read that the medical examiner had to wait for some time for the bodies to thaw out before they could even do the autopsy. They have autopsy results, but the toxicology results could take weeks. So I'm waiting on those toxicologies. Midnight Blue toxicology will be yes, yes, yes. Positive vibes. Hello, positive vibes. Haven't seen you in a while. Willow, well, hello. Well, wow, your reading was spot on. I just joined, so need to catch up. There you go. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Right? Like, hey, guys, like, you're at work, and then you see their wallets and keys. Wouldn't you look out the window? Oh, my God, their cars are still there, too. Wouldn't you then look around the house to see if they went and crashed in one of the bedrooms or something? Like, where these guys go? Everything's here. Where are they? Start searching? No, we did none of that. And they would have had to go to work Monday, Tuesday. Jared, I'm sorry. I got to remove your comment. You can't use the D word. YouTube has given us all. Oh, come on. Sedona Skies. I got to remove that. Where's my mods? Do I got no mods in here? You can't say the D-R-U-G-S. You can't type it into screen, you guys, please. You can say just capital D if you want to say that word. That's okay. No offense taken, Sedona. You didn't know. The same as Jared. You didn't know. We can't use those words in here. DC3 says, the D word, Jared, is D-R-U-G-S. We can't type that in here. YouTube will clock me for it. Where was that now? DC. Toxicology comes back clean. I'm going to lose my mind. They got to look deeper because they don't test for everything. If they're going to do the normal testing, right? Normal testing saying like the things that would be most commonly found. Okay? If that comes back negative, then they got to go into things and start testing for things that are not easily found or whatever. I don't know. I don't know a lot about that kind of testing. Right? Going in the kitchen, you can see out in your backyard, those big, huge windows that are all there. There you go. Alex Dunn says, just say rugs. Yeah. It's okay, Jared. You didn't know, hon. It's okay. Jamie, I'm sorry, but that's got to be removed. You can't use the D word. Say rugs instead of rugs with a D in front of it. Not my rules. That's... Yeah, you can say meds, party favors. It's not me. I could care less, you guys, but YouTube will strike me. Jared, the person that invited these three guys over to his home is the guy that you see on the screen. That is Jared. That is the home, I say homeowner. He rented that house. That's okay, Jamie. Everybody makes a mistake. It's okay. No hard feelings. Chronic Pain says, I hope the families push for answers because I feel the lawyer is hoping it all settles down while waiting on the results. Yeah. Some Sedona. Now, like I said, I know nothing about that forensic part of it. I wanted to go into forensics, but no, I'm not good with blood. I see blood, I pass out. So no, that was off the table for me, but I do find it very interesting. But I do know also that there are things that dissipate quickly in the cold. A lot of the times, if the bodies are frozen, it preserves a lot, but it also can harm other things. What's his name? The guy on screen, Jared? His name is Jordan Willis. He is the guy who, on screen, his name is Jordan Willis. He is the guy that invited the friends over to watch the game. No, the weather wasn't really cold. It was like 32 out. The guy in the picture that you see on screen, his name is Jordan Willis. He is the one who rented the house. He is the one that invited his friends over. No, in this, there's only one Jared, which is the homeowner. The 3 deceased males' names are David, Ricky, and Clayton. I'd say he's in his 30s. No. The homeowner is who you see on the screen. The guy who invited his buddies over, that is Jordan Willis. The 3 friends' names are David Harrington, Ricky Johnson, and Clayton McGeeney. Spelled different though, Jared. Jared Taylor. Jared. Poor Jared. Jared says, oh, same name as mine. His is spelled different. It's Jarrad. Or Jarad. But I think there's 2 R's in there from what I don't remember. Yes, they do. And I'm sure that they will. If the basic toxology comes back that they can't find nothing, believe me, they will dig deeper. Yes, it could be. But like I said, there's also stuff that doesn't last, regardless whether you're breathing or not, that dissipate and can't be found. Jordan Willis. Jordan Willis. Thank you. Why did I say Jared? Why did I read down Jared? Oh, Jordan Willis. That is his name. Sorry, you guys. My mistake. Thank you, DC3 for no, he is not a lawyer. The guy on the screen is not a lawyer. That is the guy that invited his friends over. That's Jordan Willis. Yes, thank you, TK Sass. Thank you, everybody. I made a boo-boo. I'm tired. Yes, everybody. Thank you. Please watch where you get your information. I'm going to remove that because, and only for this reason, you guys. This is going to start where people are making up fake stories. What we know right now that can be verified is that they went to Jordan's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon to watch the game. And they watched the game at Jordan's. The game finished around 6:37. That is when the 5th guy showed up. So the 4th friend. who nobody is naming yet. He showed up at around 7 and stayed with them until midnight at Jordan's house. So they weren't out bouncing around. This fifth guy even said he got there at 7. They were all there. The game had just ended. They were all there. Jordan, David, Ricky, and Clayton were all there. He stayed until midnight, and then he left. And when he left, Jordan, Clayton, Ricky, and David were all awake at midnight watching Jeopardy. And one of the deceased male's family has said he didn't drink, smoke cigarettes, or do any kind of illegal things. Oh, it's my brain is like, I'm going to lose hair over this. I'm going to be pulling my hair out all night. Quite the mystery. Yes, he is a scientist that was, we just read that a while back, working on an AIDS virus cure, something. Liver holds on to stuff a long time. Yep, there's also stuff, even though the liver does hold on to stuff for a long time, there's certain stuff that does not stay in the bloodstream or organs for a long time. So, I mean, it's, I don't know enough about that stuff, you guys, to be able to give you a definitive, but I do know that there are certain things given that won't even show up on a screening unless you specifically look for it. Yeah, at this point, midnight, we can't believe anything that this lawyer is saying. We don't know. That's what the lawyer told. That's what the lawyer's saying. But like I said, you guys, that could all be a lie too, right? Because, well, this guy, Jordan, who is on the screen, the family members of the deceased have known him a long time too, right? Because they've all been friends for like 20 years or something. So if he wasn't a scientist, I believe that a family member would have said something about that by now. The fifth person, the dealer, because it's crazy. He went to bed. What kind? He didn't go to bed. According to the fifth person, so the fourth friend of Jordan's that came over, according to him, they were all awake watching Jeopardy when he left at midnight. So whatever happened to these, if we believe this friend, and he left at midnight, it happened after midnight when Jordan was there with the 3 guys by himself. Because when this guy left at midnight, he's saying they were all alive and watching Jeopardy. Is Jeopardy even on at midnight? And the answer is, the question is, I know Jeopardy works backwards, right? You don't give the answer, you give the question. What is? I know the police are still saying that they don't suspect any foul play, but if they don't suspect any foul play or any criminal acts happen, why are they talking to the prosecutor's office and keeping them up to date on what they're finding out? Prosecutors aren't involved unless there's a criminal act. Prosecutors are there to prosecute a guilty party. We went through the listings for the house. We went through quite a few of them and seen all the pictures, even of the backyard and everything. Clayton is one of the deceased, yes. Clayton, Ricky, and David are the 3 deceased. That's right, they can. And they could be just saying that to keep Jordan from doing something stupid. Correct. Okay, you can get Jeopardy at any time. Exactly. And these guys were big guys. They were older guys. They were all in their 30s. They're not going to just stay outside waiting to die. Come on. Like I said earlier, even if, and that's a big if, Jordan went to bed, these 3 guys go out, the door locked behind them because it's an automatic door or something. I don't know. Happens to lock. They can't get back in. They bang and bang and bang, and Jordan doesn't answer. They're not going to stay outside to freeze to death. They're going to break the door, and then they're going to apologize to their friend of 20 years and say, sorry, buddy, we were freezing. We had to get in. We couldn't even go to our car because our wallets and keys were in the house. We will fix your door. Jordan, hey, no problem, you guys. I don't want to see you get hurt or freeze to death outside. I'm not worried about the door. I know you guys will fix it. You know what I mean? Come on. Yeah, we know what the temperature was. It was 30-something degrees. If you go back to the beginning of the video, I show what the temperature was on Sunday, and then Monday, and then Tuesday. I believe they were deceased out there and then froze. DC, the thing is, one of the deceased was not a drinker. His family members have said he didn't drink, he didn't smoke, he didn't do any of the illegal stuff. So that blows that out of the water. He would not drink because he's not a drinker. Jamie Casey says his story is consistent. Whose story, Jamie? Because if you're talking about this guy on screen, Jordan, or his lawyer, what his lawyer is saying, nothing that they have said is consistent. No visible injuries. Yeah, the girl broke in pretty easy. The fiance of Clayton broke in really easy, and she's in this guy's house screaming and hollering Clayton's name. And Jordan says he doesn't hear her. But 10 minutes later, the cops are knocking at his door, and he hears that. She's still there because she called the police. I just found my fiance dead. She's still there. That could very well be. Ken, thank you. We got a mail in the chat. Thank you. Ken, have you ever gone to your buddy's place for a poker game? Okay, maybe for a poker. No, even for a poker game, you wouldn't. Go to watch a football or hockey or golf or whatever, and you take your wallet out and put it on the table? All 3 of you? Take your wallets out and put them on the table with your keys and your phones? My old man has never done that, ever. So thank you, Ken. Thank you. Correct. But come Monday morning, these guys had to have got work Monday, Tuesday, or work days. You come down Monday like he said he did, and your 3 buddies' car keys, wallets, and cell phones are there, and you don't question that? You don't at least go and look in the bedrooms? Oh, they're not there. Well, where are they? And start searching for them? Calling people, hey, where's David, Ricky, and Clayton? Their wallets and keys and cell phones are here. Where are they? Anybody here? Come on. You know what I mean? Oh, I bet you that is so true. The guy that did, I don't know. I don't know where they found him, but he was one of the guys outside deceased. No, it was one of the three, David, Ricky, or Clayton. It was one of those three, because this came out long before the fifth guys was even brought into this. One of the family members of David, Ricky, or Clayton have said, I would go and look it up if I wasn't so tired, but one of their family members said that they didn't drink, smoke cigarettes, or do any illegal stuff like that. So it wasn't the fifth person. It was one of the three friends. I like that one. As consistent as the weatherman. There's so, like I said earlier, you guys, there's so many holes in this boat that they could turn it over and use it as a duck blind. Okay, I get you. I get you, Becky. Real one says, never, ever, ever. Never seen a man do that. Ever. I've never had a male friend, like a girlfriend of mine come with her husband, or a male friend come over and take out his wallet and put it on the table. No. Even their phones, they usually keep in their front pocket. And their keys go in their pocket. You know what I mean? When they come in, hey, keys in the pocket. No, take keys out, take wallet out, take phone. No. If that was the case, then they weren't incapacitated to get back in. Still makes no sense of why they became deceased out there. If you go out for, hey, I go out on my front porch for a cigarette all the time. If I can't get back in and I bang on the door and nobody opens the door, I'm kicking it in. I'll fix it later. I'm not going to freeze outside. It doesn't make any sense. Thank you, Eric. Another male in the room. Thank you. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Anything is possible, Stephen. Anything, Stephen says, could he have made a new type of cake and gave some? Something happened. Something happened. These three men, healthy, big men, did not just pass away on their own. They also would not stay out there to freeze to death on their own. They were incapacitated. Somehow, some way, we just don't know how. Ken, never, ever, ever. Yeah, I get it. But then you bang on the door, let me in. And if we go by what the fifth person is saying, Jordan was still awake until at least midnight. And when he seen the three friends, other friends at midnight, and Jordan, they were all in the house and still alive. There you go. Gracie, the autopsy's already done. They're not going to release anything because I do believe that this is a criminal investigation, whether the police say it or not. I believe personally that it is. And the autopsies are already done, even though it took the coroner said that it took or medical examiner said it took a while for their bodies to unfreeze to be able to do those autopsies. The autopsies are done. They are now waiting for toxicology. There was no signs of trauma on the outer bodies that they could see when they were found. So the next thing they do is check inners. And if they don't see anything there, like a heart attack or something rupturing or something obvious, then they go into the toxicology. It's the toxicology that takes a long time. But like I said, walking out the door, and I'm not going to say it again, the door they're not going to stay outside to die. They're going to kick the door in. Yeah, the family members were calling around looking for him. And it's on Tuesday that the fiance finally went to this guy's house and broke in. They were calling Jordan. They were calling their family's phones. They were doing everything, and they couldn't get no answers. That's when the fiance went on Tuesday and kicked in the door or broke in a window or whatever she did to get in with Jordan inside, and he didn't hear any of that. Somebody breaks in your house and you don't hear it and screams, Clayton, 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 and you don't hear him, her, bullshit. But you 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, you hear the cops knocking on your door. Maybe to keep somebody feeling comfortable, like they got away with it. I've already addressed this. Even if it was normal, and I would not let my friends drive home after a night of drinking. But their cars and their wallets and their keys and everything are there for 2 days. Usually they get up the next morning and they go home after they've sobered up. But when you get up and you see your friends' keys, wallets, and cell phones still in your house and their cars still out front, you can't go in and out of your house without seeing their cars right out front or their wallets and keys on the table, and you don't inquire where they are, look in the bedrooms, look through your house, look outside, where are they? I think that they are just letting Jordan feel comfortable. They don't want him doing something before they get enough evidence together. You can't go on a whim. Oh, well, this. You know what I mean? They have to have evidence that's going to make the charges stick. Yeah, the wallet thing is crazy. I get you, Stephen. Thank you for masking that. Could very well be, Rainbow. Yeah, the fifth person story so far is consistent. Exactly. As a friend, you'd be looking all over your house. Where are my buddies? Their wallets, everything are here. Where are my buddies? Their cars are here. Where are my buddies? Why not announce you? Why not announce me? I don't get what that means. Absolutely, Stephen. I get that, Wednesday Adams, but 3 grown men are not going to stay outside long enough to freeze to death. It's not going to happen. The aid in them freezing, but the inconsistent stories, yeah. They're not going to stay outside. 3 grown men are not going to stand outside and just freeze to death. Their noses start getting frostbite, their fingers, their toes, whatever. And it wasn't even below freezing mark. It was 34. It would take a hell of a long time to freeze to death. And 34, well, depending on what they were wearing and everything, I guess. We go out in minus 40 and we're out for hours sledding and skating and skiing. And we don't know if the door was locked. We don't know that the door was locked. I was doing a hypothetical that even if the door did lock behind them when they went out, they could have broken in the door. The female broke in easily enough. They're not going to leave themselves outside to freeze to death. Yeah, and all the inconsistencies. I walked them to the door and said goodbye. Nope, they were downstairs playing, watching TV or conversing or partying when I went upstairs and went to bed. I seen them go out the back. I went up to bed. Like, no. They were all in their 30s, like 34, 37, 35, I think. It took 7 weeks to get BK. Hey, speaking of that, Eric, if you go and watch my read that I did on December 6th, long before BK was even talked about, my read described him to a T. To a T. We didn't even know a name in the Brian Koberger case when my read said, this guy is some kind of teacher's aide, whatever. You should go and see that read. I don't know if one of the mods can put the link to it. Let me see if I can get it here. It's called Arrest Coming. Okay, it's right here. Let me get the link for you. Oops. Let me go back over here. Here's the link for it. And that was done the beginning of December. I think it was the 6th of December. I did that read on the Brian Koberger case, long before we even knew anything. I gave the order in which they became deceased. I told it. I said it. Kaylee and Maddie first, then Zaina and Ethan. I gave my theories as to why is what come out in the read. And I also got a description of who did it. Long before we knew anything. We didn't even know that there was an order in which they were deceased, anything. So yeah, go check out that read. Yeah, it just does not up. Jared, seriously? Are you mocking me? I did follow you. I get it. You go outside and the door locks behind you somehow. I get it. Now they're locked outside. I get it. But they pound on the door and Jordan doesn't hear them, so doesn't come and unlock the door. They kick in the door to get in. They're not going to leave themselves outside to freeze to death. Try and follow me here. Okay? How would you get in your house, Jared, if the door locked behind you, right? You couldn't get back in. There's nobody in the house to let you back in. How are you going to get in? You're going to break in. Follow me? You can tell I'm tired when I start getting snarky. It's like, don't mock me. I'm sure they banged and whatever if they were trying to get back in, and I'm saying they weren't. BK No, Friday, and I will be covering we're the 24th. Friday, and I will be covering that Friday afternoon. The morning session is closed. We can't see that one, but the afternoon hearing we can see. And I will be live streaming it right here so you'll be able to see it. I'm anxious to see what Brian Koberger looks like now. And I will be live streaming that. They were just dragged outside. Why would one be sitting in a chair and then two others way in another part of the backyard? You're very welcome, Eric. Let me know what you think. Make sure you put a comment in the video after you watch it. And keep in mind that that read was done long before we even heard that name, Brian Koberger. Long before we knew in what order things happened. Let me know what you think. I'm interested to know. I don't know. Why would they set one guy up and put the others in the backyard? Yeah, if they were deceased inside the home, that's a whole different scenario. But if that's what happened, why would they sit one guy up and just toss the other ones? Because one of the family members of the other guy, Clayton, was apparently found sitting in the chair. Why would they find David and Ricky in another part of the yard? And one of the family members of David or Ricky, I forget which one, said that their brother was frozen to the dirt. Who's Ken? We don't know the name of the fifth person. It hasn't been released yet. Yes, Becky, we went over all of that at the beginning. All the different scenarios that this lawyer has put out. Yes, and I do believe that that would have shown that they were dragged. Yeah, and they were three big dudes. There's no way one little dude like this guy here could overtake three big dudes. I don't think any one of them guys would have fit through a doggy door. Yes, this guy on screen is the guy that lived at the house, that invited the friends over. His name is Jordan Willis. I was talking to Midnight. And he said, follow me. Okay, I would hope not. Have you ever seen Trump guy stuff? And nope. Well, I've seen some people on some stuff on TV. You ever watch that show Cops? And they're all high on something and they're running from the cops. But no, there's something going on. Yeah, one of the family members said that one of the deceased was frozen in the dirt. Okay, stop putting names out for the fifth guy, you guys. Who's in here modding? Okay, Mitch, if they put any names of this fifth guy, please delete them, okay, Mitch. Because nothing has come out and said it yet. Thank you, sister. Lisa says they couldn't caddy the big one outside. They were all about the same size. And I have not verified the name of the fifth person, so please don't put names in chat saying it's the fifth person. That's how rumors and crap starts. Yes, Jordan and a fifth person. We don't know the fifth person's name yet. Yes, I get it. Please don't say the D word, you guys. Mask it. No, not the D name. The illegal substance that people call, it starts with a D. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up, you guys. This is what I got so far. If I do end up finding out more stuff, if I do find out verified who the fifth guy is, I will let you guys know. If it's something big that pops off, you guys, like somebody gets arrested or more information comes out, I will jump back on a live and bring it to you. But please make sure you're subscribed and keep an eye on my community tab because I post a lot of stuff there. If it's just something like not worth jumping on here and you know, getting a thumbnail and all that stuff together. Sometimes I will just post some new information on the community tab. So watch for posts there. It'll all come out in the end. Yes, it will, Gracie. Thank you. You're very welcome, everybody. So I'm going to end it like I always do, you guys. Please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. Always be aware of your surrounding. Please just pay attention to what's going on around you. I want to see you guys all back here and all safe. So if nothing pops off, I'll see you guys on Friday where I'm going to be covering the Brian Koberger hearing. We'll be able to watch that live from court. And then Sunday are the mini reads, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, where you can get your very own mini reads. So please subscribe. Please hit that bell. Make sure you're made aware when I go live and I do updated reads. Also, please give this video a like. And if you so choose, $10 super chat, super sticker for Replay Crew. There's a little button right below the video with a heart on it that says super thanks. You can give a $10 super thanks. It gets you an entry into the draw for the Valentine's Day basket. So I've got quite a few on there now. Anybody that does give a $10 or more super chat, you are entered into the draw. We will have that draw live on Valentine's Day right here live. So you guys can see the wheel spinning and who it stops on and everything. So you guys know what's on the up and up. So get your $10 in so you can have an entry into that draw. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye for now.